What's up, guys? I'm sorry about the delay to start the stream. I had some issues here with my audio, but yeah, now I think everything's okay. But you guys can tell me. Can you guys hear me good? Is everything working the way it's supposed to? How are you guys doing? What's up, Claudio Cavalcanti? How are you, man? What's up, Nikola Tesla? Are you guys okay? Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. Um, I was trying to fix here on the backstage. Yeah, I am Brazilian. Fala, Nicola, beleza? Você é brasileiro também? Qual é que é? Beleza. Bem-vindo aí, cara. Sim. What's up, Ian GP Cardozo? So what I'm going to sculpt today? Um, I don't know if you guys uh, ever like saw my work before, but I have this series that I call Space Coffin Girls. That's basically like it's like kind of futuristic girls that use motorcycles and things like that. Um, it's just something that I really like to do. And let me show you guys. Are those are the models that I'm talking about. I do this on my free time to just to play around with ZBrush. And this is the first one of this series. This girl here is called Zero. Let me make this close to you guys so you guys can see it. And yeah, they are kind of, I don't know how to explain. They are basically some kind of futuristic girls from space. I don't know, from the future. Yeah, I like to do these drawings of these characters. And yeah, I have plans to do like a bunch of them, like a bunch of those girls. But right now I'm working on this one here that she's going to be like a delivery girl. So and here in São Paulo, we have a lot of, we call it motoboys, or like it's people that deliver stuff, especially food. And she's going to be using like this flying motorcycle. It's kind of has like this jetster on it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing today and probably for the next streams as well. So yeah, stay tuned. What's up, Frankie? How are you, my friend? Yeah, my day has been like today was a great day. I had a lot of work, and yeah, it's quite a cold day here for me, but yeah, I'm good. Thank you for asking, man. And how was your day, Frank? Are you okay? So, all right. Yeah, thank you, GP Cardozo. Yeah, let's do something cool. hopefully. Yeah, nice that you like her, Nicholas. I'm glad you like her. Yeah, I already have another one uh, of those characters from Space Coffin Girls. It's called a number one, and it's like this this girl, this flying girl with a head armor with a lot of stickers from a lot of different brands. I don't know if you guys ever saw her, but yeah, it is on my Instagram, my portfolio. You can also see this model on ZBrush Central as well. So yeah, this is going to be the third character on the series, where we have 0, 1, and 2. This one is going to be 2. She's going to be like a delivery girl, like a moto boy or moto girl from the future. I don't know. All right. What's up, Chili Wilson? Yeah, I don't work for Pixar. Yeah, but thank you. Um, all right. Mm, what's up, Greasy Music? Did you finish the Miyazaki Death Stranding girl? Yeah, I did finish her, and I showed it to you guys on the last stream. Uh, on the last stream, we did the final touch on her, adding this little mouse that she has on the capsule and stuff. So yeah, I did finish this model. I mean the high poly model and stuff. And right now I'm preparing this character to be rigged. So my friend Lucas is going to do like a nice rig to her. So this way, if you are animator or whatever, you will be able to animate the character. So yeah, but the ZBrush part for her is done. It's basically done, and I show you guys basically the whole process from sketch to the final piece here on the past streams. So if you didn't see that, if you didn't saw that, you can check the past videos or the past streams. Everything is on the Pixologic channel. So subscribe to the channel, and you will be able to see all the videos in there, that we did on the past streams. All right. So yeah, uh, she's basically done, and I show all the basically everything on how I did it. I show it to you guys here on the stream, like from beginning to end, hard surface and organic, and everything from the model. You guys can see it's all recorded, and you guys can rewatch if you want. All right. So yeah, in the same way that we did this, uh, the base mesh for all the other models that I did on past streams, I did the same thing here to create kind of a base mesh for this Space Coffin Girl number 2. And I did create this very rough and basic base model. As you guys can see, everything is like spheres and cubes, and the fingers are kind of spheres that I just put on place to kind of feel like a hand. It's a very basic base mesh that I did to create kind of a silhouette that I want. I want to kind of have a, a different design that I usually do for these characters, and something a little bit more stylized. So my idea was to create a base mesh from scratch. So that's what I did. And again, the process that I used to create this base mesh was basically the same that I did for all the other models that I did here on stream. So I think if you are following the streams for a while, you are probably familiar with my process. So instead of showing this again to you guys, I'm gonna start working on this kind of delivery motorcycle flying motorcycle. I don't know how to name this flying thing. It's kind. I'm thinking about have this jet turbine here, and yeah, it's kind of like a bike, but that flies. So I thought about showing you guys a little bit of this process doing something inorganic, right? And yeah, for sure, we are going to work on the character as well, working on the armature and cloth and everything that I have here on my mind. And my like my inspiration to do all this is I'm a very big fan of Akira Toriyama, so I really enjoy the draws that we have here. So yeah, so things like this are a great reference for me. So this kind of more simplistic designs and stuff, of even characters and props as well. So yeah, especially for vehicles and things like that, trying to do kind of simple lines to create the vehicles and things like that. So yeah, I'm going to try. I'm going to try to create something alongside those lines. All right. So yeah, Grease Music, do that. You can check the past streams if you want to see the whole thing. And I'm not gonna going to promise anything, but I already talked to a fellow friend that I had that is an animator, and I think that he probably will do some animations with Shihiro. So yeah, I cannot promise anything, but we'll probably see something alongside those lines, like she walking or doing something. It's going to take a little bit of time to do that, but again, as soon as I have something to show you guys, I will show you guys here, right? The animated version, or well, any anything that I have, any content that I have uh, about the character that I do here on the streams. All right, guys. Yeah, nice. You were ready. Yeah, right, Nightboat. Um, I'm gonna take a look in that Discord later. So again, for this character, she's going to be like a delivery girl. And what I did, I took this base mesh here that I did like with very simple primitives. Again, I already show you guys how my process is about creating this base mesh that I do from scratch. I basically use spheres and cubes and whatever. And once I was happy with the silhouette, and again, I really like to take a look at this on the silhouette of the character. And once I was happy with the silhouette, I just transferred the character over here, and I used the transpose to kind of pose her um, on a better pose and a more dynamic pose for the whole scene. And yeah, I'm not going to do this with symmetry. I will just do already on the pose, but I will use a lot of symmetry to create the bike or this vehicle here. All right. So if you guys have questions during the process or you guys want to talk to me, feel free to do so, and I will be pleased to talk to you guys and answer the questions that you guys might have. All right. So yeah. So here I have this pose. I kind of enjoy this pose. I think it's quite dynamic, and that this will probably change a lot during the process. But as I said, today I think that I'm not going to work on the character itself. I will work a little bit more on the vehicle, and yeah, let's see what's going to happen. All right, so I'm gonna hide her, and here we have this bike thing. It's kind of a capsule, you know, and it's going to be very. I will try to be very subtle in the design. And again, for this thing, I don't actually have a concept art. Um, I have like some doodles that I did on like a notepad and on my iPad and stuff, but very rough drawings, just to get the idea out of my head. All right, and I don't have any specific concept or drawings for any of the details and stuff, you know. So I'm just going with the flow on those characters. I'm just trying to have some fun and relax a little bit after a long day of work. All right. So yeah, but feel free to talk to me if you guys want. All right. So right now, something that I was in mind for a while was to create like this the seat for the bike. And yeah, again, I'm gonna use the basically the same techniques that I already use a lot of times here. But if you guys have questions about it, feel free to shoot them at me, right? um, I'm gonna try to do like a kind of a sofa detail here with some cuts. Let me extract this piece. Mhm. Right. Yeah, that was a little bit, it was too much. Yep. Again, make this extraction a little bit, it's too thick right now. Yeah, that's okay. So I will accept this. And as you guys can see, I have like two sides for this. So I'm gonna isolate the just the shell here, and I will delete the hidden part. All right. And as you guys can see it, I have this kind of blobby ad here, very irregular ad. I will just try to fix it a little bit to have a better silhouette for this. And afterwards I will do a zero measure to, so this way I will be able to work with a better mesh. So here it is. Let me just hide everything else and just keep working with the. So let's do some zero measure here. Yeah, it's already looking better. Yeah, I think I can go even further with this and do another zero measure. Yeah, that's okay. So I want to add some details here. Thinking something like this. Yeah. And I would try to use the inflate brush to give some better volume to the surface, right? So let's see what can happen here. Yeah, that's exactly what I had in mind. And I would just put everything inside of the original shape here. Like this. And I can keep pushing and fixing the shape, all right? So my goal here is to create a nice design and a very comfortable seat for for this bike, all right? And again, I can use the inflate brush to create some nice volume here. And if you see the whole thing, yeah, that's what I want. So since we already have the shape that I want, I think I can use the ZBrush again, and hopefully the ZBrush will maintain these cuts that I did here on a nice way. So let me try this, but let me save this before. All right, let's try it. Use ZBrush with a half of the polygons. Yeah, so here we go. Yeah, I think I think it's working. So I'm gonna try to do the ZBrush again. Yeah, nice. One more time. And yeah, I think we can do it. Let me see what happened. Yeah, I think that's good. So now we have a uh, not so dense mesh, and we still maintain the details that we wanted. All right, good. So I need to create some kind of finishing line here from this mesh to the other one. So let's do this. Oh, let me see if I had the brush for this. Where is my brush? Yeah, I don't think I have it here. Let me see if I can load this brush. Just a moment. Let me look here on my my computer to see if I can find a brush that I have here. It's going to be useful. Mm-hmm. Just a moment. Brush. Yeah, I don't think I have it here. Okay, so let me do it other way then. So I have this cut here separating this mesh from the bottom one, and I'm not liking this like this cut. I want to create like a nice finish here. So I'm gonna try to create this brush on the fly. Let me see if I can remember this. So yeah, basically what I need to do is insert a cylinder here. And let me just clean up this cylinder real quickly. Yeah, I'm gonna use the Z modeler to this. And I'm gonna delete the top part, delete the bottom part as well. So here we have it. Yeah. So yeah, I think I can make an insert brush of this. Let's see if I can remember this. All right, create insert mesh brush or new one. All right, so now we have this brush here, and whoops, something went super wrong here. Wait a minute. Let me just double check this to see if I don't have any strange polygons here. Yeah, I'm gonna do better than this. Let me just delete the hidden part, and I will insert which point loops here. Yeah, I think that's okay. So yeah, so now I'm gonna create insert mesh again, new one, and yeah. All right, I think that now if I go to stroke, curve, activate curve mode. Yeah, let me see if this will work. It's been a while since I did this, so yeah, it's something like that. But I need to make the edge of those brush connect to each other. And how I do this, yeah, I'm not quite sure if I remember. But let me see here. Functions. Yeah, I think I shouldn't change the. Yeah, I cannot remember where it is. That I should go to change this option. Mm, there's a way to make those cylinders merge to each other. Let me see. Start and end, snap and start. Um, well, I don't know if you guys remember this, but I can't quite remember where I should go to change this. Curves. Weld points, maybe. Yeah, no. What's up, Juan Jose? What did I miss? Well, yeah, actually, you didn't miss much. I'm trying to to make my brush work here, but yeah, I probably will need to go to Ask ZBrush. You're right, uh, dear son. Uh, yeah, what's up, Sebastian? Lots, weld points. Yeah, I actually activated weld points, but it didn't seem to work. Here we have it. Weld point. It is active. But yeah, it's not working. I can remember where do I have to go to change this option, man. Um, yeah, I mean they supposed to snap to each other. Um, all right, let me see if I can follow Sebastian here in the brush section. All right. Yeah, I already have weld points selected. And also use strat, that's what you mean? Whoops. I think it's closer to this, but it's not that yet. Yeah, I don't know why it's not working. Yeah, we'll keep trying this. So, what's up, Vini? Um, Obrigado, cara. Valeu. Que bom que você curtiu lá o modelo, cara. Agora eu tô tentando lembrar aqui como que eu faço esse brush aqui soldar um com o outro. Mas parece que não tá funcionando. I really don't know why. Actually, I can remember. So, brush, curve. And again, if you guys know it, you guys could give me a hand here. Eight weld points. I'm pretty sure somewhere over here. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Yeah, I can't remember the right way to do this. So let's do like this. I think we can make this work. So if you guys um, remember along the way, you guys can say what subversion. Yeah, I don't think we actually need to do this, but anyway, see, they are not merging to each other. Or I'm probably using like a. Oh, actually, it is working, but we might have too much polygons on it. Yeah, it could be that. So yeah, I think have been fooling for the silhouette of the model all along. So I'm gonna just remove those ads, and I'm gonna try to create another insert mesh brush. So let's see if this works. All right. So create insert mesh brush, new one. All right. So now we have the cylinder again, and we probably have all the functions activated. Yeah, so let's activate curve mode here on stroke curve. Curve mode is activated, right? Yeah, so I think this will work on the right way now. Yeah, but now we need to make this cylinders merge to each other. So, all right, so let's go to brush again and weld points. Let's see. Yep, that worked. All right, so we just spent like an hour trying to do this work. And that's it, guys. That's the video. We learned how to create a insert mesh brush with a curve enable. And all right, hope you guys enjoy it. So yeah, let me go back again to the seat. All right, and yeah, we can hide the other one, delete the hidden part, and we can do it. Yeah, even so, I think it's too much polygons here. I know what I'm going to do. So I'm gonna try something different here. I will duplicate this one, and I'm gonna create a polygroup here, and I will delete the hidden part, and I will use the zero mesher just to create a nice and clean surface to put our insert mesh brush. All right, let's remember that it is the last one. Right, so let's do a zero mesher again. Yeah. All right. So let's try this insert mesh. All right, so I think that's finally what I want to do. So yeah, that's what we want actually. And now we can delete this. Yeah, bravo. But I have some bad news to you guys. I think I lost my ZBrush here. But don't worry, we will start this. I have everything saved, so it's not a problem. But yeah, quite a challenging, huh? Who would say that? So let me just load it the file again. All right. Yeah, sad thing. Sorry guys. I had a crash here. But you know, that's part of the process. Sometimes we had some crashes and we had to start it all over again. And yeah, it's all part of the game. So don't worry. I will just zero mesh this again for a little bit. So this has been quite a show to you guys, huh? Yeah, so that's what we need. And let's take the cylinder here. And again, I'm gonna use the Z modeler. And I'm gonna clean up the whole thing. Double and delete the hidden part. And let's rename this to tail. Right? I'm gonna create a brush, create insert mesh, a new one. All right. And now I'm gonna even save this brush. Save this. Tail mesh. All right, so we can go back to our bike here. Again, I'm gonna take this base mesh and I'm gonna duplicate it. And let me save this just in case. All right, and I will do the same process again. Delete the hidden part and zero mesh the whole thing. So this way we have a nice and cleaner surface to apply our brush. All right. So zero mesher. Let's go. Again. Yeah, I think I can give some. Whoops. Yeah, let's remeasure this again. And this time I think I can use the same amount of polygons. And now we have this clean shape that we can use to create our detail here. All right, but let's remember to activate the curve mode, right? And on the brush, activate the weld points. Just put this menu outside here. Stroke curve mode, and now weld points, and now we can do this. And just remember, if I had the symmetry on, I would have like double mesh here. So I would just deactivate symmetry for now to create this finish here. All right, this is quite too big. So let's do a little bit smaller than this. Yeah, I think that's okay. So we can click anywhere in the mesh and now isolate this part. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna thank you, Sebastian. I'm gonna take a look at this video later. And oh yeah, I could use a primitive to do this. Oh yeah, yeah. There's like a bunch of different ways to do it, and I will for sure take a look at this one. But yeah, I have some issues here, but I think that now we are good to go. And I'm gonna save this brush forever, and I will use this brush like all the time now, just because it was so hard to make it. So now we have this nice um, finish here, and what you can do here now is just move it to make it looks like it is all over this place here, like this. Right, and I'm gonna hide the rest of the bike just for this moment. Right, so yeah, now finally I'm able to create this finish line here to this seat. And now we don't have this kind of rough finish here, right? So we have a better design. And I can just move this and go back to this one. Yeah, I kind of like this. All right, so now I can just, I think that I can even use the same mesh here. Instead of keeping with this Dynamesh mesh, I will just do a ZBrush to this one too. So we have a cleaner version of this. So let's do it. Legacy, same, half ZBrush. And I can do this for again. Yeah, so I think that's better, right? Okay, so let's see the whole picture now. So here I have two bodies. I don't need it. Yeah, okay. So now we have the seat, all right? And I think it's working pretty well. So since we have uh, so much trouble creating this brush, I'm gonna use it again. But this time to create this, the same thing, the same line here, but over this part. So yeah, I think I can do a zero measure again on this one to make the shape simpler than that. Yeah. So let me save this. Oh, thank you, Frank. Um, it was quite hard to do this actually. I never expected to have so much trouble doing something like this. But you know, the cameras and the lights and the microphone and you guys here, so that made everything else super difficult. So yeah, those are not excuses. I actually forget how to do the brush. Thank you, Frank. You're awesome. So again, let's use this brush again, right? Let's make it work. Um, yeah, but I think that it has to be a little bit smaller than the other one. All right, Sebastian. Thank you very much. See you later. Uh, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do the double polygons. Yeah, and I'm gonna duplicate this. Just do a little bit smaller than this one, like 30 instead. Yeah, that's it. So we can click to finish it and then delete the hidden part. And now we also have this finishing line here. But I don't need this upper party here, right? So I'm going to delete the from this part over. Right. Yeah, so I think this, let's use the auto groups here. And now we can select only this. And we might have, we need a little bit more. Yeah, I'm gonna delete the hidden part. Yeah, that's it. So again, let me just isolate the vent here. And now we can put this part. I use mirror and weld. And now we have like some kind of symmetry here. And I can push this. And now we have this kind of nice finish line here for the seat. But one thing that we can do as well is to create like some kind of shell to this. And I'm gonna leave the elevation to like positive and try something like this. Let's remove the bevel and polish. And 0.1. Whoops, too much. 0.01. Yeah. All right. And now let's try something. 5. Too much. Let's leave it 2. Yeah, 2, it's okay. And I can delete the inside part. Delete. And yeah, now we have it. And again, we can move this a little bit here. And here. Yeah, so now we have some, different parts for the seat, and I think it make everything feels a little bit nicer than if we leave like only one big or giant mesh. All right. And I can remove a little bit of shape here. Take this one, fix a little bit here. Take some of this part and move to have a better finish. Yeah, we are almost there. Yeah. All right. So I think we can combine this together because everything is quite it's basically a very low poly mesh, all right? So yeah, let me just save this again. And now I'm going to combine this together. Merge this down. Merge this down again. And again. And again. Yeah, so now we have all those parts. We have everything on polygroups, but everything is like a whole mesh. All right. So again, let's see how it's working on the whole picture. Yeah. So now I can adjust this this shape here so it can show better the work that we did. Yeah, I'm moving, but I had no symmetry activated, so I'm gonna use mirror and weld to fix this. Actually, I think I'm gonna leave like this. And just this curve here, I think it will be enough. Right? So yeah. So yeah, for this kind of jet turbine here, I think we can add like some I don't know I don't know how to the name of this, like some flaps or pallets here. And actually, let me save this. If I remember right, we have some insert meshes here. And one of those insert mesh, they have a lot of like machinery components that I think we have something here that we can use that actually I already used it before and I think it will work just fine. Turbine, here we have it. So I think I can insert this here somehow. Let's see. Right in the middle. And yeah. Yeah, that's exactly that. So let me just do an auto groups here. Yeah, that's not going to work. So I would just duplicate this and use this part as a reference to guide my insert mesh. Here we have it. And now I can delete this and use this. So yeah, this will work just right. So now we have this parts here that I think that will work just fine. So let's imagine that this will like spin around, right? Yeah. All right. What's up, comics legend? How are you? How are you, my friend? Good to see you here too. I'm good. I'm working on this new model right now, and yeah, I'm having a blast. So here we have it. It's going to be like a delivery girl that works on this futuristic bike or whatever. I'm still trying to figure it out what's going on here, but yeah, you're welcome to stay and see what's happening. So yeah. Um, Fala, Vini, beleza? Sim. Então, não, na real, sim, eu moro aqui no Brasil, mas eu também trabalho aqui. Eu trabalho para uma empresa do Brasil que chama Wildlife. Então, sim, eu trabalho aqui no Brasil também. Apesar da empresa ser multinacional, eu trabalho aqui. Beleza? Fala aí, Five Brain. Tranquilo? Pô, apertou o SAP aí do nada, né, cara? O cara tá falando inglês sem legenda, cara. Não assusta não, não assusta não. Fica por aí. Se quiser falar alguma coisa e perguntar alguma parada aí, fica à vontade. Uh, all right, so yeah, now we have this uh, kind of turbine design here. And one thing that I really want to do is kind of add like a brake lights here. So let's do this. Let's create those a nice design for a brake light to have like a nice red, uh, I don't know, color here when we start to do the rendering. So se eu acho que rola trampar daqui pra fora. Cara, rola sim, cara. Pô, ainda mais agora com Covid, negócio de. Pô, tá praticamente todo mundo trampando home office e tal. Tipo, tem sim, cara. Tem muita oportunidade aí pra trampar à distância em lugares, pô, diferentes do mundo inteiro, saca? Então, rola sim, cara. Com certeza. Se você tiver preparado pro que os caras precisam, tem vaga, tem oportunidade aí, com certeza, cara. Principalmente para trampar remoto. E eu acho que depois da pandemia isso virou assim, ficou uma coisa mais plausível de se acontecer. Já acontecia, com certeza, mas reforçou muito essa ideia do trabalho à distância, saca? Então, sim, eu acho que é possível sim, Vini. Com certeza, cara. Fala, Carlos, beleza, cara? Como é que você tá? So, yeah, let's do this brake lights here. Um, I'm not going to do like not anything super fancy, just a clean cut on the mesh. So let's imagine that this is a kind of a futuristic, I don't know, flying bike, and we'll probably have I don't know, cleaner shapes on this. So yeah. Um, what's up, Hata Hatatoile? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I said your name right, but yeah, I don't work for Pixologic. Uh, I just do these streams here with them together. We do this together, but I don't actually work for them. So yeah, but I think it would be super cool to work for them. So yeah, imagine being using ZBrush like every day, like all day testing and doing stuff. This would be cool. But yeah. So I'm just trying to refine here my mask to create this the light. I think it's quite big right now, so I'm gonna just try to clean this a little bit, right? Yeah, I think that's it. So what's your work choice? Yeah, I actually do a bunch of different stuff. Right now, I work at a gaming company called Wildlife Studios, and but I already worked for movies and TV series and cartoons, and I did some freelancer for toys as well, and yeah, but I do a bunch of different things. But right now, I work at a game company. But yeah, but on my free time, I like to create my own thing. You know, I like to create my own designs. I like to create my own models. You know, I even like to like print my own stuff and do my 3D printers of my characters. And in fact, this character that I'm working right now, this delivery girl, is a part of a series that I'm working for a while now. That's something that I do on my free time. That is like this futuristic girls that I call space cop and girls. And yeah, I like to do this just to to, to spend my time and to study and create and trying to design something. And this one is the third character on the series, and I have the first one that's called Zero. I have it printed. I already showed to you guys, but I'm gonna show it again. I did this kind of prototype for this character here. It's not uh, it's nothing fancy, you know. It's just a really rough print of this character for Space Cop and Girls, and this is the first design that I did for this series. This character here is called it Zero, and as you guys can see, we have the logo here. Let me see. I can show you guys. That says Space Cop and Girls. I don't know if you guys are able to read this, but yeah, it is on her jacket. So yeah, so I do a bunch of different stuff, you know. Especially on my free time, I like to do. Um, yeah, I like to practice things and experiment, and you know. So if you take a look here at the streams that I did, I have some different things that I approach already, like doing like a droid character. Then we the on the other streams we did like this cartoon version of Shihiro, and yeah, we uh, I like to do a bunch of different stuff. And even if you take a look at my portfolio, you will see that I have a very distinctive uh, and different approach for a very different styles. And that happens because when here in Brazil, on the beginning of my career, I have to work doing a bunch of different stuff, you know, and we call this kind of artist here generalist. That is like someone that does do like a bunch of different stuff, you know, do a bunch of different things. And I learned a lot doing this, and that's why I have mixed uh, things on my portfolio, you know, from realistic stuff, from cartoony, and to game stuff, and you know, whatever. And I really appreciate it, and I like to do everything. Yeah, thank you, Frank. You're awesome, man. What's up, NEA Key hello, sir. How are you? Um, are you enjoying the stream, or are you just arrived here? What's the deal? But yeah, I hope it answered your question. So yeah, so now I had this. I'm going around and around with this mask for a while. Let me just. Uh, Actually, I'm going to duplicate this and create a polygroup here. And now I can extract this polygroup and delete the hidden part. And now I have this shape here, but it's kind of messy. So we just, yeah, we can do it again. We can use the ZBrush and try to create like a better shape here. So yeah. Yeah, let's do the ZBrush again. I will just try to clean this up a little bit. And ZBrush again. And again, guys, I don't know if that's the fastest way to do it, or even the best way to do it. As I always say, on ZBrush you have like 1,000 different ways to do the same thing and get the same results. Some ways are faster than others, but yeah, I always try to learn new ways to do it, but I end up doing the things uh, in the way that I'm comfortable with. So yeah, as you guys can notice, I kind of use the same process over and over again to create my models. It doesn't matter if it is something like realistic or cartoon, whatever. I'm most always using the same techniques. All right, so I think we are almost there. Uh, Frank's asking anything. What do you recommend? Um, Sup, Frank? So you're asking me like, when do I recommend to use the ZBrush to make like a cleaner version of your mesh? Well, that depends, you know. I use a lot of ZBrush to create my mesh because, as you guys can see, for example, um, I already have the design that I want here for the seat, and with ZBrush, I can afterwards I can easily like transfer this mesh to another software and try to do a render with that. So nowadays when I'm doing or when I'm designing something, like in this case here that I'm trying to create something, um, I try to uh, design things and think about uh, the other parts of the process like texturing, rendering. So I tend to keep all my meshes with a nice topology. So that's why I use ZBrush all the time, you know. And neither to say that it's easier to manipulate this kind of topology, you know, that is very low poly. So yeah. So yeah. So I don't know if there is like a right time to do it. And sometimes you don't even need to actually ZBrush your model, you know. For instance, when I'm doing like a sculpture of a body or like some anatomy training or something like this, I basically keep on Dynamesh for the whole thing, you know. Or for instance, if I don't know if you guys saw that, but a couple weeks ago I did like this dog model that I called Good Boy. It is on my Instagram, and I did basically everything using Sculptris, and I never used ZBrush at all. And after I finished the model, uh, that I did with Sculptris and Dynamesh, I have like this very messy topology. I just used the decimation master, and after that, I used the UV master to create the UVs and send it to Substance Painter. Did some poly paint there, and did the rendering of the model just like that in a few hours, you know. So yeah. So in order to think about when to remeasure, you kind of have to know where you're going with your model. You know what's your plan, what you're planning to do with the mesh that you have. All right. So I don't know if that answers your question, Frank. So, but if not, let me know. Fala, Carlos. Carlos Santos, como é que tá, cara? Beleza? Boa noite, brother. Pô, a força tá daquele jeito, né? Tamo aí, sempre na luta. Como é que tu tá? Tudo certinho? Tá acompanhando aí? Chegou agora? Como é que tá? Vamos nessa, estamos modelando aqui essa personagemzinha aqui. Agora estamos fazendo essa moto aqui. Ela vai ser tipo uma Moto Girl do futuro. Ah, vamos ver como é que vai sair. What's up, Kuma Kuma? Hi, how are you, Kuma Kuma? Oh yeah, Frank. Yeah, thank you for the question, and I appreciate that. Um, it's easier when you guys keep talking to me. So yeah, let me see if I can make this even. Yeah, I don't know why, but I'm not getting any different results. So manually, I'm gonna try to remove some ads here to make everything easier to me. So here we have it, and now we have this kind of stripe of mesh here, and I think I can make this a little bit bigger. This too much. Oops, symmetry. Pô, bacana, Carlos. Pô, fico contente aí que você tá acompanhando, cara, as lives aí. É, muito bacana mesmo. Estudando bastante modelagem e trampando com impressão 3D. Pô, legal, cara. Que tu faz de impressão 3D? Conta aí o que tá fazendo. Uh, so, Frankie, what does freeze borders and freeze loops do? Uh, where it is these options? I actually don't even know where it is. Oh, you mean like on ZBrush? All right, I'm sorry. So you mean like freeze borders and freeze groups? So I don't actually know that, but what I think it does is actually tries to maintain the border of your mesh if you have this option selected. All right, but if you have any doubts about what a function inside of ZBrush does, one thing that you can do is you hover your mouse or your tablet over the function that you want, and you press the control button on your keyboard. That will show you a description of this function. All right. So this will tell you what exactly this button do. Right. So that's actually very useful, a very useful tip. Uh, Hover over your mouse over whatever button that you have inside of ZBrush and press Control, and you will receive this amazing window of information. All right. So yeah, but to be quite honest with you, I have this here on my quick access menu, but I hardly hardly even use those functions, to be honest, at all. I don't use this. But yeah, if you really want to know what this does, hover over your mouse over the button, press Control, and you will have a very nice and detailed description of this. I'm not going to tell about it because I actually don't use this function a lot, to be honest with you. So sorry. What's up? May I ask what's the software used for reading characters in 3D? Uh, what's up, NEA? So, man, yeah, I think you can do this on a bunch of different softwares, but I think that the most standard for the industry is Maya, you know. But it's not the only software that you can do this. You can do this in a bunch of different other software. You can do rigging on uh, a bunch of different softwares. You just have to see what's better for you. But I think that the industry uses Maya a lot. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. uh, Max 3D Print. Boa. Olha, cara, fazendo um Vegeta, que maneiro. Pô, legal, cara, legal demais. Eu sei sim. Aqui o nome tá diferente, é o Max 3D Print. Pô, cara, que demais. Maneiro, maneiro pra caramba, cara. Isso aí. Imprimir as paradas também. Eu de vez em quando faço uns prints aqui pra dar uma brincada aqui. Eu tenho uma Ender 3 aqui que eu brinco um pouquinho com ela, mas só de brincadeira mesmo. Fala, Ruth Carvalho. Grande Ruth Carvalho. Como é que você tá, meu querido? Tudo certo? Boa noite aí pra você. Ah, fala, Carlos. Você quer saber se eu terminei aquela personagem? Qual personagem é do Spirit Away? A Shihiro? Terminei sim, cara. No último stream aí a gente fez os últimos detalhes aí, os últimos acertos dela. E sim, tá finalizada. Agora eu tô no processo de limpar ela lá, fazer um cleanup nela. Que um brother meu, o Lucas, vai fazer o rig dela. E aí a gente vai poder disponibilizar ela aí pra animação aí e tudo mais. E aí a gente vai fazer uns renderzinhos. Mas, pô, é uma ideia, né? Fazer um print dessa personagem aí. Pô, vamos pensar em algo sim, ó, Carlos, com certeza. Imprimir e pintar, pô, ia ser bacana, hein? Fazer um printzão dela. Eu ia querer ter uma personagemzinha daquela na minha mesa. Ia ser muito legal. Vamos pensar nisso daí, vamos pensar nessa ideia. Vamos bater um papo lá no Insta. Um, what's up, Hassan Rimmel? Is ZBrush good for retopology? Yeah, you can do retopology inside of ZBrush. Uh, for sure. Most of the, as I was saying earlier, most of the things that I do inside of ZBrush, I tend to leave with a good topology already. So if you take a look on the past streams that I have a bunch of videos talking about this and how I can like prepare my meshes to have a nice topology that I can use later on other softwares. So yeah, it's totally possible to do topology uh, on ZBrush. Yeah, you're welcome, Inê. Pô, combinado, Carlos, combinado. Vou dar uma olhada lá, a gente troca uma ideia. Aí quem sabe a gente não faz um collab aí pra printar esse personagem aí. Pô, cara, isso é legal. O cara lá que fez o concept ia ficar felizão de ver, cara. Quem sabe a gente não consegue mandar uma lá pro Hideo Kojima lá, pra ele deixar lá no meio das paradas dele. Ia ser da hora, hein? Já pensou? Bacana, vamos trocar ideia assim. So yeah, let me do this here, like this brake light here. I'm gonna try to do like a very clean shape for this. I'm gonna use zero measure, and we have this inset function here that we can use with polygroups to create this kind of ring around the mesh. And yeah, I don't know why, but I have this um, mesh here with some splits. I'm gonna fix that using the stitch. So I'm gonna click at one point and another, and then it's merged. And I can also delete this add here. So now we have this nice mesh here. All right, and we can move this around to adjust the shape the way that we want. And again, this is going to be a very basic and simple shape. So it's not even ready, but just from the poly group, we can kind of see how this is going to look like. Yeah, that's exactly what I had in mind. So yeah, let's keep doing this. Yeah, I'm gonna create a. Let me just put the double side mesh here. Então, ia ser maneiro, hein, Carlos? Vamos ver essa parada aí. What's up, 5 screen? Funciona, cara. Funciona. Funciona normal. Manda ver. Eu, particularmente, eu prefiro fazer tudo aqui, cara. Tudo no ZBrush. Eu tento fazer. Eu já acostumei a fazer aqui. Eu tento o máximo possível ficar dentro do software. Eu gosto da navegação aqui. Eu acho muito bacana, cara. E o que você pode fazer, cara, também é tentar o ZBrush Core. Entra lá no site da Pixologic lá. Eu acho que você consegue baixar o ZBrush Core pra você, porra, se inteirar do ZBrush, ver como é que funciona também. Acho que é uma boa sacada também, o Five Print. Tenta fazer isso, cara. Uh, all right, NA. Thank you very much, man, for being here with us tonight. And yeah, watch this later so you can see the whole thing when it's done. And I will probably keep working on this model on the next live as well. So yeah, I'm glad you stayed here. So thank you and see you later. Hope to see you next week as well. And good work for you, my friend. Um, uh, yeah, actually, Hatatui gave like a nice tip there. It doesn't matter. What matter is what you're producing, you know. So yeah, keep pushing and keep studying. But I particularly, I really enjoyed to do things here, and I really have a lot of fun. But yeah, I agree with Hatatui. So yeah, now we have this mesh. I would just create a Pinot loop here. I'm gonna change the elevation to a negative value. And all right, so since we have these polygroups, I'm gonna create the same polygroup for everything. And yeah, remove the bevel and polish and make things a little bit bigger than this. So yeah, now we have a nice mesh here. And one thing that I like to do, I like to create a bevel here. So I'm going to use the Z modeler again and create a bevel to this add like this. Yeah. All right. So now we almost have what we want. I will just select this. And I think that I can try to create like a extrusion here just to see what happens. Even inside. I'm just doing some experimentation here to see what's happening. Yeah, I think the outside's better like this. Yeah, so now we have this cool brake lights here. And let me just add some sustentation ads here. Like this, yeah. Yeah, here we have it. A very clean shape. Yeah, that's what I wanted. All right, so I think in terms of, yeah, this shape's okay. Let me just move this a little bit. And I can use pinch to kind of find, like, giving a nice touch here. Like this. Yeah. What's up, Kirill Dobro? Good evening. All right. Yeah. All right. So let me just fix this shape here right now. So I'm really enjoying the cuts here. Yeah, I think I can make like a cleaner version of this. Um, what's up, Alaro92? Thank you. Thank you. Glad you enjoyed the seat. Hopefully the whole bike is going to be as cool as this little seat here. Yeah. Ahn, cara, com certeza o Zmoder tá cada vez melhor. Eu ultimamente eu só tenho usado isso só. E depois que você acostuma, aí é difícil de parar, cara. Mas sim, é. Na real, eu só uso basicamente isso mesmo. E aí, para outras etapas do processo, eu tenho outras ferramentas, mas para criação, design e tudo assim, eu faço tudo aqui, cara. Já me acostumei, é muito mais fácil para mim. What's up? A lot of reminds of Snail. What Snail? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what is it is this reference. But yeah. So I will also use some booleans here tonight. Mm. Pô, então, Vini, cara, continua tentando, cara, que depois você acostuma, cara, fica uma beleza, cara. Uma beleza de usar. É, eu acostumei agora e eu só uso isso, cara. All right, I just had to check my USB here, but it's okay. Um, all right. So as I was saying, I think that now I can clean up this shape using ZBrush. So let's try this. And as you guys are seeing, I use a lot of ZBrush. Right, I think that I can use this again. I have a different idea now. So one thing, one thing that I like to do is I like to split some chunks of the mesh on separate parts. I like to think that if we were going to produce this on real life, some parts would be almost impossible to create as a single uh, mesh. So when you see like a bike or a car or something like this, you notice that we have a lot of different parts that are put together, so separated chunks that forms a bigger shape. So instead of having this shape as a unique part, like I was doing right now, I think I'm going to do something different. So here's what I'm going to do. I will split this upper party from the bottom party, and afterwards I will cut this on a half and leave like a very clean cut on the middle of this piece, right? So let's see how to do this. Um, okay. So first of all, I will duplicate this part and hide the the other one, and I will create this selection of the part that I want to create, like this. All right. So now we have this. Okay. And I will create a polygroup, and I will isolate that and delete. And now we have this, but I still have my other part here. Um, so yeah, same thing here. I will delete this this part that is going to be hidden like this. So yeah, now I'm going to delete the hidden part, and I can use the ZBrush again. And as you guys can see, I have this very irregular finishing here, and I will just try to move a little bit those ads just to help ZBrush to get a better result. All right. So let's do the zero mesh again, but this time just half. And again. Same. Yeah. Yeah, so I think that's better. And now what we can do is this. I'm gonna try to do a half again. Yeah, that's okay. So I will create a pinal loop here with a negative elevation. And let's see, 0 loops, no polish, no bevels, and yeah, too little, 0.1. I think it can be 0.5. Whoops, too much, 0.3. Yeah, I think that's okay. And I can remove the internal part and delete the hidden part. And now I can use the Z modeler and insert like a bevel here. Right? And I can use the insert function to create some sustentation to my mesh. All right. So now we have this cut here that I think it's better. And if you turn on the other part, we can do the same thing, but for the bottom. We can select this, create a polygroup. Now I just want this part, and I can, yeah, I can delete the other part. And now zero mesh it again. Again, let's give a little help to zero mesher here in order to create the shape that we really want. Let's use the same this time. Yeah, almost there. Uh, Pô, Ruth, cara, pô, brigadão mesmo, cara. Eu fico muito contente, eu fico feliz que você esteja curtindo, esteja gostando dos streams, cara. Valeu, cara, brigadão de verdade. Pô, assiste aí depois a continuação aí e semana que vem, nas próximas eu ainda provavelmente vou estar trabalhando nesse modelo aqui. Então, vai dar pra você acompanhar. Aí o que você não puder acompanhar, depois você assiste a versão gravada lá. Beleza? Valeu, cara. Boa noite pra você. E eu ainda vou continuar por aqui. Vamos lá. Ah, legal. Valeu, Roots, cara. Um abração, cara. Boa noite pra você aí. Até mais. So, yeah, I just need to get rid of this shape, this awkward shape here. Let's use the zero mesh again. Whoops. Yeah, that's better. That's actually better. Right? So now what we can do is we can create a final loop here. Um, what's up, Alaro? What kind of music are you listening to, Deryck? Right now, I'm not listening to any music because of the YouTube copyrights and everything. So, uh, but usually, I kind of like to hear everything. But usually, I like to hear rock and roll. Yeah, that's kind of my thing, you know. But I actually need to find a way to put some like ambient music on the back, like on the back of the streams, and I'm gonna try to figure it out how to do this for the next one. So because oftentimes I can be like super quiet here on the stream, you know, and just moving the screen and without talking anything. So yeah, but I will figure it out a way to. Oh wow, that's a nice picture. Oh my god. Yeah, I will find out. I will find a way to to put some music on the back of the stream. Next one. I will try my best to do this. Ah, fala Paulo Silva, beleza, cara? Como é que você tá? Pô, cara, que legal. Pô, que legal. Feliz de estar inspirando aí, cara. Pô, continua estudando. Manda bala, cara. Isso aí. Fico contente de saber que eu tô aí fazendo companhia pra você enquanto você estuda. Fico contentão mesmo. E, pô, entra lá, me adiciona lá nas redes lá. Quero ver as paradas que você tá fazendo, com certeza, Paulo. Valeu, cara. Contente mesmo. Pô, fala, Vini. Cara, brigadão, cara. Vai lá, boa noite pra você aí. E, pô, obrigado mesmo. Fico feliz que esteja curtindo aí. Depois assiste aí a versão gravada aí e espero ver você aí na próxima semana. Valeu, bro. Boa noite pra você, cara. É, fala, Felipe. Como é que você tá, cara? Você tava meio sumido. Pô, tem que aparece mais aí, pô, pra acompanhar aí. Hoje a gente tá fazendo aqui uma personagem aqui do Space Coffin Girls. É, uma motoqueira aqui, tipo uma delivery girl, ó, meio futurista. Vamos ver, vai sair coisa bacana, né? Vamos ver o que acontece. Legal ver você aí de novo. Yeah, a lot of them YouTube. Yeah, they will cut us down if we put some rock and roll on the background. um, top rock bands. Oh yeah, I have yeah, I have like a bunch of different bands that I like, but I'm from the '90s, so I grew up hearing Pearl Jam, so I kind of is one of my favorites. So yeah, I know it's kind of grunge, but yeah, I grew up hearing those guys. Uh, but yeah, all the classics, I love it. Uh, Um, what's up, AC Design BR? Oh yeah, BR. Isso vai ser uma iFood Girl. E é, cara, pô, na real, eu gosto muito de colocar, tipo, marca e, tipo, os brands, assim, nos personagens que eu faço, né? Você olhando no portfólio, ela tem uma das Space Coffin Girls, ela tem, tipo, um monte de adesivo, assim, na armadura dela, né? E o que eu tava pensando aqui realmente é de fazer a mochilinha tipo com o logo do iFood assim nas costas dela. Vamos ver, acho que vai ficar bacana. É, Pearl Jam is pretty nice. Yeah, I really like it, but I like all the classics. You know, I used to hear and listen with my father, so I really enjoy rock and roll. I actually enjoy a lot of different uh, types of music, but rock and roll is really my thing. Fiz um redobro de estudo, vou marcar, tá lá no. Pô, cara, marca sim, marca eu lá que eu dou uma olhada, com certeza, cara. Thank you, Alaro. I'm really glad to hear that. Glad to hear that you like the style. Thank you very much. Uh, Pô, é isso aí, esse design. Fazer a iFood Girl, cara. Vai ser uma parada mais ou menos nessa pega aí. Tipo, ela vai estar aqui na motinha dela, indo fazer um delivery aqui. Ainda mais agora nesses tempos de pandemia e tudo mais, né? Vai ser uma parada bacana. E aí eu tô pensando em colocar bastante adesivo, essas paradas. Eu gosto muito de brincar com esse lance das marcas e tal. Vamos ver, vai ficar bacana. Vamos ver, vai acompanhando aí que a gente vai pensando em alguma coisa legal. So, yeah, let me just do some uh, final loops here on this part. Uh, what's up, Stephanie? Como é que você tá? Tudo beleza? Porra, que legal, cara. Fico bacana. Fico feliz aí de ver que você tá acompanhando aí. Pô, legal. Fico contente mesmo. Estamos aqui trampando aqui, fazendo um modelinho aí de uma das minhas séries originais aí. A Space Coffin Girls. Vamos ver o que que sai. Estamos criando aqui uma motinha aqui meio sci-fi, meio futurista para essa delivery girl aqui que vai voando fazer as entregas. Legal, legal vai você aqui, Stephanie. Bacana mesmo. Legal, vamos nessa. Yeah, yeah, that's nice to hear, man. I really appreciate that. Yeah, you think it's because of the hairstyle? Well, I bet you have a very nice hairstyle. Then I bet you have a nice hair. That's nice. That's super cool. So yeah, let's jump to the final loops to this. I'm gonna do a negative elevation with no loops, no bevel, no polish, and 0.05 maybe. Yeah, it's too little. 0.1, too little. 0.3, too much. 0.2. Yeah, here we have it. And now I'm gonna try to make this kind of fit together here. So we have this nice gap between the parts, you know? I think it will be cool. All right. I can move this a little bit up. Down here. I'm gonna try to make this kind of click together, you know? Like if it was yeah, I think this will work. So now instead of having like just one big chunk of a mesh, we have this separated piece here, and I think on the final design it's going to be nicer, you know. So yeah, we just need to take care of the ads a little bit better. To that, I'm gonna use Z modeler again, and I'm gonna use the bevel. So I'm gonna try to put the same amount that I did on the upper party. So somewhere alongside those lines. And we're going to use the insert to create some sustentation to the mesh, like this. So if somehow they were, I don't know, they managed to produce this, it will be possible because every chunk are cut on different slices, you know? Yeah, let's keep rocking, Alaro. For sure, let's keep doing this. Thank you, man. So yeah. Um, so here we have this piece where she's going to like kind of put her feet on. And I'm gonna try to separate this on different parts as well, and basically using the same techniques. So I really dig this outline here, and I'm gonna try to create a cut for this. But I'm gonna try to make it complicated for myself. And maybe create something like this. I'm just trying something here. Let's see. Yeah, I think that I can maybe pull this off. Yeah, but first of all, I will duplicate this. And I will create a mask here using the freehand option. This. And I will try to create a separate piece here. And again, at those moments that I wish that we had some background music, because I can go like super, I can concentrate myself on make those cuts here, and then you guys can hear some music on the background. I will do this on the next live. I'm gonna learn how to put some music here. So you guys don't stay with this sound of silence for much time. Yeah, I think it's that. And I can pull this a little bit further. So again, this is going to be the place where she's going to put her feet. And it's basically just a part for to hold her like her whole body. So there's no mechanical aspect to this part. So let's see. Zirchan, it must be royal free. Yeah, for sure there is some like royal free music that I can put here. I didn't like figure it out yet how to put this on OBS Studio, but I'm going to find a way to do it. I know it's possible. I didn't stop it yet to do this because uh, you know I'm working like uh, all day and all week, and it's the day of the streaming, and then I have to prepare everything to do the stream. And when I finish it, and in a blink of the eye, it's already next week, and I have to stream it again. So yeah, I will try to find some time to arrange this for the next stream. I promise. Yeah. So now I have this piece here. I'm gonna try to create a clean mask so my extraction becomes better, or even my polygroups. I don't know. Yeah, I think it will work. Just fix this part here. I know it can be quite strange, especially if you're like entering right now in the stream and looking what I'm doing and thinking, what is this guy doing? You know, it doesn't make much sense. But yeah, this is just a small part of a bigger thing, you know. So we have a bigger picture, and I have to remember to sometimes to put the bigger picture on the screen, so people can kind of see what I'm doing. Yeah, S7 or art. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do this next week. I'm gonna try to put the uh, this royal free music on the stream, but I will work on that and put this on the next week. Don't worry, guys. I will try to fix that. I don't know. Fala, Paulo. Né, como é que você escolhe os modelos que você quer fazer para o portfólio e fazer por diversão também? Cara, essa é uma boa pergunta na real, hein, cara. É, essa é uma boa pergunta. Assim, hoje em dia os modelos que eu faço para mim, assim, meus modelos pessoais, eu faço mais para mim mesmo por diversão. E a maioria das vezes eu tento criar, tipo, eu gosto de criar meus mundos e criar os meus personagens e inventar coisas, assim. Então, hoje em dia, tirando algumas raras exceções, hoje em dia eu tento criar os meus próprios personagens e ir brincando com os meus próprios designs, né? E algumas vezes, assim como teve do último stream aí, eu vejo algum concept na internet, ou alguma ilustração que eu acho bacana, e aí eu tenho vontade de fazer, e aí eu acabo fazendo, mas ultimamente o que eu tenho fazendo é isso aqui mais isso aqui que eu tô mostrando, é criando conteúdo original, assim, de coisas que eu gosto e coisas que eu quero fazer, saca? Então, basicamente isso pra mim é pura diversão, né? Mas a pergunta que você também perguntou, tipo, como que eu escolho um modelo para fazer um modelo pro meu portfólio, né? É, já faz um tempo já que eu não faço isso, mas quando eu fazia, o que que era? Era pegar um concept bem bacana, um concept bem detalhado, um concept de produção, assim, e aí tentar reproduzir esse concept o mais bacana possível. Normalmente o que eu fazia era tentar fazer isso para game, né? Então eu tentava reproduzir aquele concept em um modelo real time, criar aquele modelo da forma mais limpa possível e da forma que representasse melhor o concept, né? Interpretando todos os detalhes e tudo mais. E fazer esse modelo, não só fazer um modelo high poly, né? É fazer um modelo high poly lá, bonitão, com todos o acabamento, tudo que tem que ter, e depois construir também construir a geometria low poly, abrir a UV, fazer as UVs, fazer a pintura de textura, se possível fazer um render disso numa engine, num Marmoset ou sei lá o que for, e fazer uma apresentação desse modelo para o portfólio, né? E aí tentar para conseguir esse tipo de trabalho. Então, era assim que eu fazia, né? Ultimamente eu já não tenho feito mais isso. Eu já tô trampando há algum tempo e faz tempo que eu não paro para fazer um negócio desse, entendeu? Mas se o foco for fazer alguma coisa para game, Essa é a ideia. E se for fazer alguma coisa lá para estátua, é escolher uma pose legal, um design legal, um personagem bacana e fazer o mesmo processo só que para estátua. Se for para VFX, mesma coisa, mesmo processo do de game, só que com uma saída você faz um render externo, V-Ray, ou sei lá. Então esse era o processo, entendeu? Tentar fazer o modelo e mostrar todas as fases do desenvolvimento do modelo, né? Porque normalmente quem está contratando quer ver todo o processo de como você fez aquilo, né? Então isso é uma coisa que eu, eu faz tempo já que eu não faço, né? Porque eu tô trampando, eu tô o tempo inteiro trampando, então quando eu tenho um tempo livre para mim, eu tento fazer as coisas que eu gosto, tipo, criar os personagens que eu gosto, criar os mundos e os modelos. E, tipo, esse modelo que eu tô fazendo aqui, eu tô fazendo uma parada minha, entendeu? Então, como eu já trabalho o dia inteiro, já tenho que fazer o concept, interpretar concept, fazer modelo e fazer todos os aspectos técnicos da forma correta, todo dia, o dia inteiro. Normalmente, quando eu tenho tempo livre, eu gosto de fazer alguma coisa mais livre, assim, sei lá. Por exemplo, esse modelo aqui, ele já não vai ser um modelo que vai ser rigado, animado, é mais um estilo mesmo, entendeu? Então, tipo, eu tô fazendo na pose, a personagem e tudo mais. Então é um processo diferente. É, mas espero que tenha respondido a sua pergunta aí, ô Paulo. Se não, pode mandar outra aí. Mas sim, cara, esse aqui é o meu modelinho que eu tô fazendo aí pra diversão mesmo. Que é mais sem compromisso, pra relaxar. Mas eu sempre tento fazer uma parada bacana. E de novo, se você olhar no meu portfólio lá, é, meu portfólio não, que eu já acho que nem tem coisa lá. No ZBrush Central lá tem o meu portfólio. Se você olhar no meu Instagram, você vai ver que tem uma variedade bem grande assim de modelo, né, cara? E de coisas que eu faço e tudo mais. Mas normalmente isso aqui é o que eu faço pra dar uma relaxada assim e dar uma descansada também do dia de trampo. So, yeah. Yeah, I think I already have a very clean mask here. It's time to create the final shape. So since I duplicate this mesh, I still have the original hidden here. Uh, what I'm going to do, I will create a polygroup here. So now I have this polygroup, I will isolate this. And as you guys can see, I kind of have I have symmetry turned on. So I have both sides. And for now, I will just work with one side here and I will delete hidden. So it's not letting me delete the mesh because I have a subdivision of the mesh. So I will delete the lower meshes and I will keep just with this one. All right. So yeah. Now again, let's ZBrush this. We can use half and ZBrush. This is going to take a little bit longer because we kind of have a dense mesh here, but I think it will work. Oh, look at that. I forgot to delete the hidden part. So let's try it again. ZBrush. Yeah, that's it. So let's keep pushing ZBrush a couple more times here. And hopefully we'll be able to get some nice shape here. Yeah, it's almost this. That's almost what I want. So let's use the yeah, that's not looking too good. One thing that we can try to do is this. So, pô, legal, Paula. Bacana. Se tiver pergunta aí, qualquer coisa quiser trocar ideia, pode mandar aí que a gente fala. What's up, Griffs? 1, 2, 3. Você aconselha para quem tá começando nesse trampo? O que eu aconselho para quem tá começando nesse trampo? É, cara, assim, esse trampo, trampar com isso, trampar com 3D e tudo mais, é um trampo que nem qualquer outro trampo, entendeu? Então, pensa assim, sei lá, se você quer ser engenheiro, você tem que estudar, você tem que estudar engenharia, você tem que estudar matemática, você tem que estudar um monte de coisa e fazer uma série de cursos, aprender os fundamentos, desses fundamentos você se especializa, e daí depois você vai começar a trampar. Pra arte é a mesma coisa, cara. Tipo, se você quer trampar com 3D, estudar. Tipo, estudar, entender o que você quer, qual que vai ser o seu output final. Tipo, eu quero trampar com game, eu quero trampar com, sei lá, estátua, eu quero trampar com VFX, eu quero trampar com cinematic. Entender isso daí, ver o que você gosta mais, o que se encaixa mais no seu perfil e começar a estudar isso daí, entendeu? E aí você vai estudando, vai se aprimorando, vai entendendo como é que funcionam as coisas. Conforme você for estudando, você vai entendendo como é que o mercado funciona. E foco no estudo e constância no estudo também é muito importante, saca? Tentar manter a constância no que você está fazendo, eu acho que é uma das coisas mais importantes e mais difíceis de fazer e que as pessoas acabam sempre ou parando ou desistindo porque elas acabam perdendo foco, acaba ficando muito difícil em determinada parte do processo, ou às vezes você acaba encontrando é, sei lá, você acaba encontrando um platô onde você fica um pouco estagnado e é difícil sair desse momento, você tem que continuar puxando, tem que continuar estudando, tem que continuar praticando e tentando fazer coisas. É, então, assim, como qualquer outra profissão, cara, é trampar, é esforço mesmo, assim, de você estudar e praticar. Na verdade, é como qualquer outra coisa na vida, né? Mas é isso. Ah, primeira regra. Pô, cara, se você gostar do que você está fazendo e você procurar fazer alguma coisa que você curte, é, pô, sem dúvida vai te ajudar muito no processo, saca? E sim, pô, procurar referência de pessoas que estão aí ensinando e que você possa aprender com elas, acompanhar o processo. Pô, hoje em dia com a internet, cara, você consegue acompanhar o processo de qualquer artista que você gosta e às vezes você tem a chance de mandar uma mensagem para pessoa, trocar ideia, ou nem isso, ir lá e ver o processo dele, como que ele trampa e tentar replicar esse processo do trampo que você curte, entendeu? Então, pô, tem muita possibilidade hoje, cara. Quando eu comecei, eu tive que comprar, tive que ir na biblioteca comprar livro pra, tipo, ler o livro, de ver como é que faz as paradas, não tinha internet, então era uma outra época. Agora, hoje em dia, você tem, pô, a gente tá aqui numa live falando com pessoas do mundo inteiro e compartilhando informação, então, enfim, isso aí, tem que estar na pega, tem que estar na vontade e ir pro rock. Uh, So yeah, I was doing this ZBrush here, and I was not getting the results that I want, and I would like to try one thing. So here in ZBrush, we have this brush that is called ZBrush Guides, and what we can do here, we can try to kind of, you know, um, kind of make a path on, and somehow ZBrush will try to stay on this path here. If we go to ZBrush, and there is this option here, curve string. So let's see if it works better. Yeah, it's not always that this works, but I don't even know if that will work, but let's try. Um, Brief 1, 2, 3. Estou começando a área, mas. Oh, alright, yeah. Cara, estudar, cara. Se você curte essa parada, curte fazer esses modelos, começa estudando, vê se você tem, você tá na sua pega mesmo de fazer isso e, e vai estudando, pô. Mesmo que você não manje ainda, tem essa, cara. Tem, dá pra sair e aprender do zero mesmo e começar a produzir as paradas, sem dúvida nenhuma. É isso aí, tem que sair. Você tá afim de fazer, mete as caras, estuda. Pô, você já tá aqui já assistindo a live, vendo alguma coisa sendo, tipo, nessa linha. Então, se você curte esse tipo de coisa, cara, estuda isso e tenta ir pra cima disso também, cara. Mas, de novo, é como qualquer outro trampo, tá ligado? Tem que estudar e tem que se dedicar muito, cara. É isso. Na real, não é nem segredo, não tem segredo, né? Quem falar que tem segredo, não sei se dá pra confiar. O lance é trampar e estudar bastante. Esse que é o lance. Pô, que isso, Felipe? Eu que sou teu fã, cara. Fala isso não. Valeu, bro. So, yeah, I don't see if this is actually working. I'm gonna try it one more time, but I'm gonna try with the higher density mesh like this. Just see if we can help the ZBrush with the flow of the geometry somehow. Let's see. Mm, yeah, I don't know if that actually helped at all. Yeah, let's try half again. Hmm. Yeah, maybe something is happening here. Let's try the. Let's keep with legacy. Yeah, so I think that's better actually. Let's try to do the same. Yeah, I already lose too much information here. But I think that will work actually. I might need to move a little bit the shape. But yeah, I think it can work. Just a little bit of smooth here. And I can move this. This. I'm gonna try something like this. Yeah. I don't have like any reference to this, like to this design or this shape here. So I'm kind of trying to create some interesting shape here to this feet holder. I don't know what's the name of this, but yeah. So, uh, what's up? Briefs. Pô, cara, que isso, cara, imagina. Prazerzão trocar ideia com vocês aí, responder as perguntas aí. Fica à vontade pra mandar pergunta, trocar ideia aí. Tamo aí pra isso. É, Cara, eu tenho sim canal no YouTube. Se você procurar lá Deryck.art, você vai achar o meu canal, Deryck.art, você vai achar o meu canal lá. E eu não tenho nenhum vídeo tutorial de fato, assim, sabe? Ensinando passo a passo, coisa do tipo. Mas eu tenho alguns vídeos no meu YouTube que mostram o processo como um todo, assim, e como que eu faço. É, mas não tenho nenhum vídeo tutorial lá, mas tem uns vídeos que você pode assistir e eu mostro todo o meu processo, né? Ou mesmo as lives que eu tô fazendo aqui, apesar de elas não serem exatamente assim tutoriais, eu costumo mostrar bem o processo, como que eu faço, como que eu trabalho, e se alguém tem dúvida no meio do caminho de alguma coisa que eu faço ou que eu fiz, eu tento parar para responder e explicar como é que eu faço, qual que é o processo que eu uso, né, e tudo mais, né? E não, cara, eu não tenho nenhum material assim de curso disponível para nem para comprar, nem para disponibilizar assim. Por hora não, né? Eu imagino que eu vá fazer alguma coisa mais para frente, mas por hora realmente eu não tenho nenhum conteúdo específico de tipo de ensino assim, né? Mas entra lá no meu canal do YouTube e lá tem bastante vídeos mostrando o meu processo. E, pô, fica sempre à vontade aí para acompanhar a gente aqui toda quinta-feira que eu tô sempre aqui produzindo e fazendo algum modelo, enfim. Mandar alguma coisa, tô lá no Instagram também. E é isso. E entra lá no YouTube e no meu canal, se inscreve lá se puder. Tem um conteúdo interessante lá e eu até preciso alimentar mais. Mas não tenho nenhum curso por hora. Mas assim que eu tiver, eu comunico aqui também. What's up, Paulo? Qual foi seu mindset para aprender programação? Uh, so, então, Paulo, cara, na real não, cara. Eu acabei eu não me confundi com isso. Eu tô fazendo. é, tipo, eu comecei há muito tempo atrás, saca? Quando, sei lá, tem sei lá, quase 15 anos já desde que eu comecei. E aí eu comecei, tipo, num software e as coisas foram vindo meio naturalmente, assim, as ferramentas novas foram vindo, eu fui aprendendo, fui me desenvolvendo com elas. Conforme elas foram chegando, assim, eu fui acabando conhecendo as ferramentas. Então, é, eu tive essa facilidade de ir acompanhando conforme as coisas foram chegando, né? Então não, eu não tive tanta essa dificuldade, né? Eu meio que fui indo com o flow do que tinha na época e fui aprendendo o que tinha na época e fui me desenvolvendo com as coisas, as ferramentas que eu tinha disponíveis para mim, né? Então, acabei não tendo essa confusão de, pô, igual hoje em dia que você tem uma porrada de software e, pô, uma porrada de métodos e, querendo ou não também, você tem tanta informação na internet também que pode ser um pouco confuso, sabe? Tipo, que nem eu falei, quando eu comecei, eu fui na livraria comprar um livro e ler o livro do software para aprender a mexer no software, saca? Hoje em dia, pô, você pode pesquisar qualquer coisa, você pode perguntar qualquer coisa no YouTube e você vai ter a resposta, você vai ter um tutorial, você vai ter 300 pessoas ensinando em 300 línguas diferentes como fazer uma determinada técnica. Então isso também pode ser um pouco assim, é, pode ser demais, assim, também. Tem tanta informação que às vezes você não sabe nem por onde começar, o que procurar, o que fazer, entendeu? É, mas eu acabei não passando por isso, né? Então eu não tive realmente, eu não tive essa experiência aí. Mas, mas é isso aí, cara. So let's head back here. Yeah, so I think I kind of have the shape that I want. I'm also trying to find the shape and trying to create something like cool with a nice design and stuff. So let's see. I'm gonna try to give a zero mesh again, but this time using the same. Yeah, I don't want this. I don't want this as well. So let's see if I can use this and use this light. So I can try to use the slide here on my Z modeler just to arrange a little bit better my vertices like this. I'm not going to use this for animation or anything like that. It's going to be just a model, but even so, I like to have uh, at least a nice shape here. I would really love that go around here. Let me see something. Polygroup, polyloop. Yeah, so those loops are good, but the middle ones not as much. Let's see how to fix this. Not clever way. I don't even know why I'm wasting so much time with this, but yeah, I would really like to have a better shape for this part. So I'm gonna try something. I don't even know if that's going to work at all. But so here you guys are seeing on the like first hand me trying to deal with a problem. And that happens a lot every day, especially at work. And I just try to get away with that. So yeah, now I need to create all right. So let me use the split. Yeah, that's not the right way to do it, but anyway, I would just do this way. What's happening here? Yes, something is not working the way that I want. I'm just improvising here, guys, so sorry about that. Again, I don't even know if that will work, but I'm doing it anyway. That's probably the worst way to do this, but as they say, if it works, isn't dumb, right? Yeah, it was just grinding my gears to see the polygons, like those look the way they were. So yeah, I think it's better this way. Let me try some oil loops now. Yeah. And now, since I have this kind of somehow better shape, I'm gonna try to do a zero measure with the same option. Yeah, it's not working. Yeah, I'm gonna leave like that. And you can say, oh, okay, but now you lost all the like the shape here that we had. Yeah, but we can use the Z project to fix this like that. And now we have the silhouette back again, just like that. All right, but now we have a we kind of have a better shape here. Right? So, all right. Yeah, just a little tweak here. Oh. Yeah, let me just save this. Guys, this is a lot of the process. It ended up being something like this, you know. And I myself, I have a lot of fun even doing those kind of fixes, just because I like to make things kind of a nice shape and all. But yeah, that's a big part of the process. So yeah, now what I can do is this. I can use the Pinot loops again with a negative elevation. No bevel, no polish, and 0.1. So now I have this. É isso aí, Felipe. Resumindo, é isso, cara. So, yeah. So, in the middle of all this zero mesh and all, I end up with this fragment here. So, when I do the final loops, it creates this uh, debris here. And to get rid of this, I can use the auto groups, and now I can group that, isolate, and delete the hidden parts. Now I'm sure that I have only this part here. right? And I can clean up a little bit this using the insert and removing these ads like this, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So let's use the final loops again. And I think that I can make this a little bit bigger than 0.1, 0.2. Yeah, I think that's good. And I don't need the inner part. I can delete this. And now we have a support for the leg. And I'm gonna use the same process again. I'm gonna use the bevel here to create this finishing line here. So yeah, but on the original design, I have this kind of going like it changed the size, right? So we need to change this as well. I'm just adjusting my pivot here. And I can move this up. And now using the move brush itself, I can adjust this. Like this. Right. So now I can use again the Z modeler and the inserts to create some sustentation here. I can also use crease to that, but yeah, I like to insert an ad for this. Yeah, now I need to create the other part. And but here's the thing. I actually don't have my I actually don't have I had my mask on this mesh over here. And I could easily use the same model and invert the mask to create what I needed, but now I don't have the mask. But there's one thing here that I can, and I do this all the time because I forgot to duplicate the mask. I can go back on the history of this. So this is the mesh that I have been working for a couple minutes now. And what I can do is this. I can duplicate this because I'm kind of happy with the result. And as you guys can see, I lost my history here. But the original mask still has the history. And I really want that mask that I created originally here. So I will just go back until I find the mask again. So here it is. And I can invert this. Right? And that's what I want. And I also need to yeah, I'm gonna duplicate this again and create a new polygroup, and I will delete the hidden part. Oops. Again, we still have a subdivision for this, so I will delete and delete the hidden part. And now, if we take a look here, we still have the this part here. Yeah, I actually don't want this. I want this without that. So here we have it. All right. Again, just because I want the cut here on the mesh. And that's okay. I will also delete the half part of this. Like this. And delete. All right. And afterwards we can add some screws and some pins here to make this work. But yeah. Fala, Felipe. Pô, obrigado, cara. Eu tento fazer a mesh bem limpa, assim, né? Acho que depois facilita quando eu for fazer o. Na hora de eu fazer os renders, mas tem umas meshes mais leves pra trabalhar, né? Mas, de novo, quando eu tô fazendo algum estudo de anatomia ou coisa desse tipo, personagem ou alguma coisa na pose, assim, eu não tenho tanto cuidado quanto eu tô tendo aqui com essa peça, tá? Mas valeu, cara. So, yeah, now we can, again, zero measure this. So let's do it. I could actually even think about adding a cut here using Boolean. But yeah, I'm not going to do this right now. I'm going to use zero measure the way it is. So again, it's going to take a little bit longer to do this because we have high density mesh right now. So yeah. But yeah, okay. It worked pretty good. I'm gonna activate the double side again and zero mesh it again. And again, and probably a couple of times more. Yeah, almost there. Another one. We can keep pushing this. Wow, that's actually pretty good. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. I can work with this. Let's see. Yeah, I can totally work with that. I'm gonna try to make this kind of fit here. I know it's kind of a long shot, but I will try it anyway. So this ended up being like a little bit of hard surface as well. Today's live. I didn't plan this at all, but I quite enjoyed to do this kind of work. And again, it kind of fit pretty well as overall. Now, since I have this mesh pretty well defined, I think it's easier for me to come here and kind of mold this to fit the other part. We almost have it. Right, so here we go. Um, yeah, I think that now I can kind of mirror this. Let me see. Actually, I think it would be interesting to have like a cut line here. So I'm gonna leave this way, but just will try to align this. Yeah, I'm gonna try to align this. Let's see. Oops. Yeah. All right. So now I can come here and use the limit. All right. That was too much because we have a very straight um, lines here. So let me just Control Z, and instead of 1, let's try 0.1. Yeah, that's better. And again, we don't need the inner part, so I would just delete this. And I'm gonna delete the inner part. All right. What's a public alias? Um, oh yeah, but if you're just playing around and creating shapes and designing and stuff, you can keep with the high poly mesh and don't worry about it. Right now, what I'm doing is just trying to clean up the shapes and to create the design. But at first, when I'm creating this, everything is super messy and with a lot of polygons, and I'm just trying to, figure it out what the design is. I also use a lot of polygons to that. But yeah, try to play around as well with ZBrush. It's quite cool. And again, one way to make it easier to manipulate is to remove some ads. This. Then we can put them back together again. Just to make lines straight. Yeah. Yeah, but now I need to give a bevel again. I need to be careful because I have a very, very small area to work here. And again, I don't even need to be this careful, you know, with this mesh, but all the time I find myself investing time on fixing the shapes. It's actually a good thing because I kind of, in a way, I'm practicing as well and learning uh, what I can do with ZModeler and Move and you know those tools. So yeah. Let's try again the bevel. Yeah, I think it's good. Now I can insert again. And again, all this is just to have this is just to have this cut here on the mesh. I don't even know yet if this worth all the trouble. I will only know afterwards. But one thing I can say is that I do have a lot of fun doing this. This is not like a CAD piece, but yeah, I think you guys got the idea. Hopefully. And one thing that is nice to see is that we can go in rendering and we can activate ambient occlusion here. So this can help us just see a little bit better the cuts. I don't need this anymore, so I'll just delete this. I also don't need this anymore, so I would just here we can kind of move this aside just so we can see so this is the blockout, very high density mesh, and this is a little bit on the future, the mesh with some nice cuts and stuff. So blockout and somehow a mesh closer to the final product. So I don't need this anymore, so I will just delete this. Right. Let me just hide this mannequin here. Yeah. So yeah, things are starting to change a little. Just change the things to here. And now we have some different panels. And we can still adjust this with move. And that's the good thing about it. We can use move brush and all the other brush to manually adjust any imperfections that we might have on the model, or even add imperfections if we want. But here I'm kind of trying to create some nice and clean panels, no? You can even say that it would be easier to do this on other place, but here I'm also designing the shape while I'm doing it. So it would be almost impossible to do this elsewhere. So yeah, it's not perfect. I know it, but I really enjoy it. And I think this will add some nice highlights on the final render. And yeah, I'm already thinking about it, how this is going to look rendered. Right. Um, qual tecla? Ah, boa. So, uh, você pode colocar qualquer tecla de atalho, o Felipe, pro ZBrush, assim, no geral. Se você pressionar Ctrl, ah, eu acho que é Ctrl Alt, Ctrl Shift clique, eu acho que você que dá um clique em alguma coisa. Tem um jeito de você colocar, tipo, um atalho para os seus brushes, saca? E eu coloquei o A como sendo o meu atalho pro solo. Porque eu uso o tempo inteiro o Isolate Selected aqui, né? Basicamente é essa opção aqui, né? O solo. E eu coloquei como sendo o A. Eu não sei se o A é a tecla padrão para todo mundo no ZBrush. Porque eu acabei mudando alguns atalhos aqui para ficar mais. Como eu sou canhoto, para facilitar meu acesso no teclado aqui, eu mudei alguns atalhos. Mas para mim é o A. Você pressiona o A e aí ele isola a seleção, a subtool que você tem selecionada no momento, entendeu? Mas você pode adicionar um atalho para qualquer item aqui, é só pressionar Ctrl Shift clique, aí ele vai pedir para você, ele vai pedir aqui para você dar o assign, né? Ah, talvez você tenha que entrar em Edit Mode, deixa eu ver aqui. Calma aí. Faz tempo que eu fiz isso, eu já não lembro. Enable Customize. Pô, não tô lembrando, mas tem um botão que você aperta e você consegue dar um assign pro. Que você consegue dar um assign na tecla pro ZBrush, cara. Eu não tô lembrando qual que é. Ah, é o A mesmo. O A é o Isolate? Bom, então é isso, cara. Mas se você quiser, dá pra mudar os atalhos, assim. Tem um, acho que é Ctrl Shift clique, Ctrl Shift Alt, eu não lembro direito. Já faz tanto tempo que eu fiz a minha UI pro ZBrush, cara. Sei lá, uns 7 anos. Muita coisa, eu já nem lembro como é que faz. Eu acabo esquecendo de não praticar. Mas, beleza. So yeah, we have this part here, and I'm gonna add a sustentation here as well using the modeler again. Let me just try something. Yeah, I need to move this a little bit so we can have the cut. Let me duplicate this and mirror. Yeah, I need to move a little bit further. Maybe like this. Whoop, that was too much. Again, too much. Yeah, that's the cut that I want when we look from behind. But one thing that I could do here before do this is doing a bevel here. So I can cut this and I can bevel this up. And now I can sustain again. All right, so if we do the mirror, we will have this kind of bevel here. Yeah. And I think that afterwards, I'm gonna try to do the same cut on the other parts as well. So yeah. And I think that I can just mirror and weld this. And now we have this nice cut and clean lines here, where our character is going to land her feet. Right? So yeah, let me see here. Yeah, so I think that's going to work. And we change things here a little bit. You can might start seeing how this will be. It will be something like this. And of course, the whole bike is going to be a little bit tilted on the final pose, so she could be comfortable driving it. So let's try something here. Hide this. And just for test's sake, I'm gonna merge the visible subtools. So I have my bike here, and I'm gonna use merge visible. And this will create another subtool here that is merged together. And with this, I can come here, select my character, and I'm gonna insert right above it, right below actually, the bike. And now I can choose the bike to kind of fit the characters. So just so we can see how this is going to work in the end. Yeah, it's going to be something like this. Yeah. So now we can, the fit was already, it was almost on place. And we can make her fit just a little bit more like this. Try to adjust this other leg. Let's mask one side of the gluteus. Like this. Yeah, so yeah, that's it. Yeah. So guys, I don't know if who is not if you are not here since the beginning. This base mesh is just a mesh that I created uh, using uh, basically spheres and yeah, basically spheres. I just create this base mesh for this girl, basically using those spheres, and afterwards I just pose it on the bike so we can have an idea on how this pose is going to look. Uh, and I'm thinking something like this for the final shot, like very uh, forced perspective and all. So yeah, so it's burning the next space coffin girl. All right, so yeah, I think it's going to be that for today, guys. I will keep doing the same techniques. I will keep doing the same process for the other parts of this bike here, this flying bike, and again, basically using the same techniques that I already show you. I already showed you guys how to do it, and yeah, I will keep working on this character. So probably next Thursday I will still be working on her and on the bike and yeah, we are going to change this base mesh in we are going to transform this base mesh into a mesh and work on this and like refine the pose and create some armature for her and some cloth and some cool designs. So yeah, but I think for today that's it. I'm kind of happy with the result of the design, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the live, and hopefully you guys learn something new and some tricks. And yeah, if you guys have any final questions, um, I will try to answer you guys. If not, that's going to be our our final moments here. Okay. So yeah, thank you guys for turning in and staying with me until now. All right, thank you, Felipe. I appreciate it, man. See you next week. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy it. And again, I will be here next week. Uh, if you want to see the other like the past episodes and see the other models, I already finished the Shihiro. It is on the channel, and you can check this out. Everything is recorded on the Pixologic channel, YouTube channel. So make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel of Pixologic. And yeah, again, uh, thank you guys, and I will see you on the next week. Bye bye.